Batmite. You're never gonna learn, are you? Fans, what the heck is that?
The Jester hotline, sir.
Hello? Yes, Commissioner? Alright. I'll be right down. Fans, you heard it. To the Nerd Cave. Let's do this. Alright, fans, is my package arriving today?
Indeed. It's arriving today.
Excellent. Alright. Just enough time to get this underway. Greetings, geeks and girls. I'm the Joyful Jester, and welcome back to the Nerd Cave for another comic book movie review. Today is going to be our very first and possibly only re-review of a previous film that I've done in my older version of this show. Today, we're going to be talking about Batman 66. The movie. For some reason, I reviewed the show. Granted, this was way back in 2019, I think, back when I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So, let's do this properly, shall we? The one thing that alternate universe version of me got correct was that back in the 60s there were two shows that were the first two shows that were made for the fanboys, and that was Star Trek and Batman. Star Trek introduced sci-fi to the mainstream, while Batman introduced comics to the mainstream. It was a goofy show that planted itself firmly in the Silver Age. Ah yes, the Silver Age, how I remember it well. While Marvel was pretty much born in the Silver Age, and its golden years were during that time period, DC, on the other hand, got a little bit, wacky. Yeah, I'm talking crazy stuff like Superman having a team of super pets, Batman having a rainbow-colored bat suit, Wonder Woman feeding a baby T-Rex till it grew up, and Flash being turned into the fattest man alive. If this sounds bonkers to you, don't worry, that's only because it is. Suddenly Batman dancing and doing the Batusi doesn't really seem so strange anymore, does it? But the comical nature of the show clearly resonated with people because that it became one of the biggest merchandising things in the 60s, launching in the original Batmania. And of course that meant a movie. Which I always say is similar to Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie. It's like the show, but feature length. So, let's pull open a William Shakespeare statue and slide down the bat poles so we can get straight into the pros. This movie is a ton of fun. Adam West and Burt Ward are clearly giving it their all, as they always do. And of course we have the combined hammy forces of the villains, the Riddler played by Frank Gorshin, the Joker played by Cesar Romero, the Penguin played by Burgess Meredith, and Lee Merriweather playing Catwoman, filling in for Julie Newmar, who couldn't make it due to scheduling conflicts, although she always said she would have loved to be in one of these movies. And thanks to the direct-to-video sequel, she got her wish. And of course, the plot is outlandish, and seeing all these characters together, all of the main, most iconic villains of the show together, is quite a treat. Now, before we get into the cons, let's talk about the one thing that everybody considers a con about this movie that I personally think is fine. The bat shark repellent. Yeah, boo all you want, but when Jaws or Mega Shark comes after your ass, don't come crying to me, cause I ain't sharing! Now on to the real cons. This movie's very silly, but there are a couple things that I just have to question, even though it's in style with the show. One being how they're able to deduce the fact that all four villains are involved in this plot. Like, when the shark attacks Batman, he says that it's pretty fishy, and that does strike me as a Penguin type of plot. It makes sense for him to be involved. Then Batman says that the mechanical shark was pulling his leg, which fits the Joker. A little stretch, but I like it. And they say it could add up to a sinister riddle which hints at the Riddler. All of that makes sense to me. But then there's one that just bugs me. Robin says it took place at C, and C stands for Catwoman, which is a stretch even for this show's comedically simple deductions. I mean, later Riddler drops a clue due to his impulsions that leads to believe that Catwoman could be involved. Why not have that be the reason that they figure out that Catwoman might be involved, and just have it be the three of them at the beginning? I wonder how many other ways that they can deduce villains are involved in this hideous plot. It was a pretty chilling turn of events. Chilling? Mr. Freeze! And it happened at 2 o'clock. Two-Face! And it would take an Ivy League professor in order to figure out this conundrum. Poison Ivy! Another thing that makes me laugh is that all the villains in this movie, during the big heist to dehydrate all the world leaders, wear masks, including the Joker, who really shouldn't need to, or want to for that matter. He's a showman. That's not what he wants. He wants the attention. Another thing that's really just grinds my gears is that they kidnap this ship captain, but they try to make him think he's in control of the ship still, and they sometimes send someone in order to let him know that everything's fine, and they send the Joker. If you were captain of a ship, and then a bleached white clown man walked in and said, "Everything is fine, don't worry," wouldn't you just be like, who the hell are you? There's also this device Catwoman uses to communicate with the villains, but I have no idea what it's supposed to be or how it works. Maybe it runs on Meow's code. But then there are the two biggest flaws of the film. At one point, Penguin dehydrates some of his henchmen and has them rehydrate in the Batcave in order to ambush the dynamic duo. But he uses heavy water, and so when Batman kicks one of them, not only does he die, he disintegrates and basically doesn't exist anymore. So yes, for all intents and purposes, accidentally or not, Batman, Adam West's Batman, kills someone in this movie. Not just kills, they don't exist anymore. With all the different Batmen that have kill counts, from Affleck to Keaton, I didn't think West would ever be in the conversation. And I hate to get into spoiler territory, but I need to talk about the ending, so skip to the ranking if you don't want to hear this. But when they try to rehydrate all of the world leaders, everybody's in the wrong body by the end, and Batman and Robin just kind of leave. They just kind of let this play out. Some heroes, I guess. Overall, this movie is very far-fetched, much like the show, so it's kind of expected. And as ridiculous as it can be, it's still a lot of fun if you don't really think too hard about it. It's the fun, adventurous side of crime fighting that this show always gives you, and it's just so much fun to watch when you actually sit down, kick back, and have a good old goofy time. So, for me personally, I'm giving it a 4 issues in the long box. As much as those small things bug me, they are nitpicks, and this show is kind of known for having far-fetched ideas to begin with. So, that's my review, and I'm the Joyful Jester, and...
Sir, your package arrived.
Yay! I told you that Fleischer Superman figure would be mine eventually. Fans? What the heck is this?
Jester. It's a joke.
What?
Get it? Ha 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 ha.
Egads! The Joyful Jester gasped. Fans having a laugh? What plundering punchline awaits our hero? Tune in next episode to find out. Warning, the worst is yet to come. Same Jester time, same Jester channel.